Today we'll be working on one of my favorite Samsung devices, the Galaxy S10 Plus. This one has a damaged OLED display, so it can either display max brightness or not at all. The back panel has no fingerprint scanner this time around, making removal even safer. There are 16 Phillips head screws that need to be removed in order to free the plastic midframe and wireless charging coil. This phone also supports reverse wireless charging, or power share. All the screws in this phone are the same size and length, so keeping a screw map is entirely optional. I'll also take out the SIM tray to get the board ready for removal. Disconnecting the battery is pretty important, then we can safely detach the Lego style components like the front-facing optics. Followed by the completely modular headphone jack. This tiny thing would fit in just about any phone, and it even has water resistance. The module itself can be popped out of the frame using any screwdriver. Finally, I'll disconnect the digitizer and OLED ribbon from the board. There are 3 more screws holding the board in place, one by the volume buttons and 2 more located on the USB-C charging port at the bottom. With those removed, the all-in-one board is free to come out. It's a shame Samsung removed the modular charging port they'd always used, but thankfully they backpedaled this decision with the Galaxy S20 series. The main 12-megapixel camera has a variable aperture lens, making it one of the most unique and high-quality cameras Samsung has ever made. Though they also backpedaled this decision with the S20 series, opting for a downgrade in quality but a bigger megapixel count. Some components need to be transferred over to the new housing. I'll start with the classic coin-style vibration motor. Using some 99% isopropyl alcohol will soften the semi-permanent adhesive that holds this 4100 mAh battery in place. Then I can safely remove it without bending it using a metal pry tool. This might be one of the easiest Samsung phones to repair. After dropping the battery into the new housing, I can lay the board back down starting at the bottom with the USB-C port. I'll tighten the 3 board screws back into place, then start connecting the components, with the front-facing optics, followed by the headphone jack, before finally connecting the digitizer and OLED ribbon. I'll insert the SIM tray, then apply some pressure to the back of the board to power on and test. The power button relies on springy gold contacts, so the board needs to be pressed against them in order for the button to work. Normally the midframe would do this once screwed down. With everything looking good so far, I'll disconnect the battery briefly to power it off, then reconnect it and install the plastic midframe and wireless charging coil over the top. After replacing the 16 screws, I'll use some 3M tape primer around the edges of the frame to make a good bond with back glass. This Galaxy S10 Plus is repaired and ready for pickup. Thanks a lot for joining me. Let me know what devices you'd like to see in the comments, and I'll see you next time.